Does it feel like now that a couple days has passed now, it seems like almost all the drama, the microscope's off a little bit, but now is almost the time to start teaching and really get into it?
I think that's the most important thing now is our focus can be on what the process is for us, is getting better on the defensive side, getting better in a complete game, playing 60 minutes, getting more consistent and playing the games. And, you know, it's frustrating and sometimes it's hard because you don't get the results. At the end of the day, the results have to be wins. So, you know, we have to obviously get all the little details stronger as a group, everybody on the same page, and then I think the wins will start to follow. But hopefully, you know, that's got to happen soon.
The defensive stretch is obviously a complex system, but if there was one thing you could wake up tomorrow and have fixed, what would it be?
Well, you can't play defense with four guys. So the fifth guy, the third guys, everybody's got to do their job, and everybody's got to be part of what, you know, their responsibilities are. So I think that's the key for us, is to be committed to that, playing hard in all areas and making sure. I like to use the term 5-5-5. We talked about that before, getting the guys home. So in order to be five guys in the defensive zone off the rush, you got to have hard back pressure and tracking coming back into the zone and doing the little things that you have to do that we're requiring of them. The neutral zone's the same thing. There's got to be movement and puck movement with some purpose, and we're standing still too much. We've got to get up and through the neutral zone if we're going to have good success on the forecheck. So everything ties into each other, and you know, each area we sometimes start to fix an area, and then there's other areas that falter and fall off. So, you know, the process is there. We're going to be diligent. We're going to stay on it. We're going to stay on them. They want to learn. They've talked. We've had some really good meetings. So I expect them to respond, and they seem to.
You have a fourth line that could include Troy Bodie and Sam Kerr. Is that a sign that you guys needed more physicality when you're back in there?
Well, I think it's a good factor for us. I think that physicality in the game and taking the body is an important part of it. So, yeah, Sammy has that edge, and obviously Troy, he's going to finish his checks, and he's a big man. So I think it would be really good for us. And I thought they practiced very well today.
Have you guys been getting pushed around though? Did you find?
No, I don't think. I don't know about that. I think I'm mostly concerned about our intensity around the puck. Everybody can play hard. Everybody can work hard. It doesn't have to be this bigger physical guy that can work hard. Everyone's responsible to bring that energy, and we can do that on a regular basis. That's something, no matter what the systems are, that everyone can bring to the table.
Offense is obviously fun. Defense isn't as fun. In that group, do you see a group that has the potential to have that ability to put defense first?
A lot of guys, everyone thinks it's more fun to score, and it is. I mean, you get credibility for that, you get the stats, you get the attention from that, and the people who don't get the attention are the guys that do the little work along the walls, the guys who are taking a hit and giving a hit to make a play, and the guys who are blocking shots, and you don't get the credit except from the coaches. And I think that that's something we want to install inside the room. We want to make them understand that doing all the little things, the sacrificing for your teammates, are going to be something that we're going to ask of them and want more of.
Speaking of defense, Coach, you talked to Phil the last couple of days in terms of, he's been taking quite a bit of heat over some of the things that's happening with this team. Have you taken him aside at all and just said anything, given him any messages or anything?
Yeah, we talked, especially after the one day where he got a lot of attention. We sat down and we talked about it, and it goes with the territory. He understands that, and I think emotions get everybody a little bit sometimes. So, we have to stick together and move forward here in a positive way. Everyone has to be accountable. He has to be accountable. We're accountable. Coaches are accountable. So it all fits together, and it's not easy. And if it was easy, everybody would do it. So, we have to pay attention to the details right now, pay attention to the work ethic right now, and get better in the areas of the game that we need to.
I'm sorry, what does Steve Staios bring to the mix in terms of?
Well, I tell you,
played a lot more than you and Steve did in the NHL.
Well, he is. First of all, he's a great person. I think the world of Steve Staios. He was a leader and a character player, a captain. He played over 10 years. How many years did he play? Do you anybody know?
1,000 games.
He played 1,000 games. Like, he's got character. And in the room and the talking, he comes up with very to the point and interesting statements to us as coaches about how we need to look at things sometimes. And sometimes you go by things and you stay and you start thinking about in a certain way, and he gives us a different perspective. I mean, he's got a lot of experience. He's always been one of those guys that worked hard and had character, and he's been really good with the development of our young players. And right away I can see that his interaction and his relationships with the players are going to be invaluable for us. So, we're going to be very pleased to have him.
Peter, what did you learn during your experience last year in Florida about specifically having the interim kind of title? Is it much different than a full-time job, or?
When you're a coach, it's like stats. Do you need the stats to make you feel like you're doing a better job or how you're doing things? As a coach, you come in and we're in a great profession, and there's only 30 people out there. You get an opportunity to be a head coach in the league. You got to appreciate where you are and what you're doing. You got to make sure everybody understands that I have a responsibility, they have a responsibility. I'm just very happy to be there and get that chance. I mean, Florida was good. I enjoyed that opportunity. I think the young players there, they had some good young talented players, and they responded very well, and obviously there's things to correct, but when you come into a situation, there's something that needs to change, whether it's attitude adjustments or whatever it is, but something always has to be adjusted, and to get everybody on the same page, and we like to call it culture, and change the culture and change the philosophy or your thought process. And it really just comes down to what you're bringing every day. Are you bringing a positive, upbeat attitude, and are you working hard or you're not working hard? So getting them to work hard with a positive direction is foremost the most important.
Well, one thing that Cody was saying is that what he appreciates about this group is the willingness that you have to let everyone just come to you, no matter the question. He said he appreciates knowing that he can come talk to you and not feel, maybe embarrassed is the wrong word, but not feel like he's going to come off like not understanding what he's doing. That he can ask you any question, that you just have that kind of approach. Is that what you're talking about in terms of changing the culture?
I think that they have to know that's a positive thing for them to be able to come to me or any of the coaching staff and the door is open, that they're not intimidated, they're not embarrassed, if you will, or whatever the negative feeling they feel. We have to take ownership. In order to take ownership, if you're not sure, you better ask the questions. And so for us to be able to have a relationship with them that we can talk about the hard things, I can correct them in a hard way, and we can also understand that they're people. And we have to respect each other and understand. I'm not going to disrespect the players, but I am going to coach them. And they're going to know that they are being coached.
Was it not like that before?
I don't know.
While you were here?
No.
Well, I mean, do you find the players were?
All I can talk to is me. Okay. You want to talk to somebody about somebody else, that's what you should do. But I'm going to talk about me.
Was there a conversation with Phil as to, almost playing nice with the media, because he sat and talked with us? And it seems like
I didn't know anything.
Make life a lot easier on him.
That's something, his maturity and his just understanding that he felt maybe that he needed to do that. So, all players are hopefully responding in the right way, and I think that's a good thing for him to do. So, it's hard. It's not easy to be a guy at the top where, he has to take a lot of responsibility on, and, that's good that he did it.